Rare legacy iOS devices. As it says literally in the name, they are hard to find because they are rare. Well, over the little bit I've been collecting seriously, I have amassed about 50-ish legacy iOS devices, majority of them on their original software versions. And today, I'm going to be showing you how I did that. It takes a ton of dedication to find all of this stuff. For example, the other day I got myself an iOS 11 iPad 6. And now I think it's time to spill the beans on how I find these rare devices. So there are a couple methods I recommend you try. This is the main one I do. So of course, if you don't have eBay for some reason, you're going to need eBay. So you see how I have all of these saved searches right here, and every once in a while, like one thing pops up here and I can go here and then I can go find this listing with this device. Well, this is a thing called saved searches, and this is the main thing that you're going to do. To get a saved search, what you're going to want to do, so for example, I don't have an iPhone XS saved in here for some reason, so let's do iPhone XS, right? So I'm just going to search this up right here, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to sort by newest and the model. So for example, I want to be searching for an iPhone XS. So I'm just going to save that now, and I can confirm. It'll give me emails and whatever for the iPhone XS. So now when I go to the see all in searches, I now see iPhone XS, of course. And this is what you're going to be doing mainly. Now, I've saved up like 20 million different things. You can also sort by like sealed if you are looking for sealed. But I don't really care about sealed majority of the time. I just want to find the original software version. But you can search by sealed. And by doing that, you can just filter it to be new. And do not turn on this new results thing because it just doesn't work. I wouldn't recommend that. So what you're going to want to do basically is I spend my whole day on eBay, right? As you can see, I have things pop up as I refresh. I spend my whole day on eBay checking these saved searches, and eventually rare stuff will come up. This is how I found things like an open box iPad Air 2 running iOS 8 and plenty of other devices. Another thing I recommend, just so you can snag these devices faster, is go into your payments and put in whatever thing you're going to use as your payment to pay for these devices, as then you can just snag them instantly. And another thing you can do if you found a good seller, or if one that you want to track because you don't like them, like Crowdy34, is you can save sellers also. And I recommend you do this, as you can find cool things like this, like open box iPad 2nd gen running iOS 5, as you can see right here. But yeah, you can also use sites like Mercari to find stuff like this. You can also look at Facebook Marketplace, although it's a bit different than eBay, and I prefer eBay, and I mostly search on eBay. Now let's go over the next method. If you have Discord, I highly recommend you join a couple servers. You can join iClassic server, which is pretty much where they forward all of the listings from LegacyJailbreak, as you can see. But the one I really recommend you join is LegacyJailbreak. You all know about the Reddit at this point. I guarantee you know about the Reddit at this point. So in LegacyJailbreak's Discord server, they have a little thing called eBay scouting. And in here, people drop in their eBay listings that usually are good. But of course, if you see one that's good in here, I'd look more into it before thinking about buying it. You may catch me in here also. As you can see, I've sent a couple things in here. I usually talk in here. I send eBay listings, stuff like that. Like the other day, I sent a sealed iPad Air 2 on iOS 8 and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of good stuff that people send in here. And if you want to join iClassic server, he has a thing called scouting, which is just eBay scouting, and everyone just forwards their listings from LegacyJailbreak. So I would just only recommend you join LegacyJailbreak if you're just trying to get eBay listings. If you have a computer with Discord, I would just leave this open constantly and just leave eBay scouting here constantly. Something will eventually pop up and you'll probably find something good. But the save searches method is overall better. For some reason you missed something, you can also check out eBay scouting, and yeah. Now you may ask, how much should I check my save searches? Now, often, I check as often as I can. So like, whether that be when I have free time or like every 5 minutes when I'm bored and I'm doing nothing. And I probably spend like at least like 30 minutes to an hour on eBay every day just checking my save searches just so I can find some rare stuff. And when you are searching for your rare stuff and something rare comes up, please take note of the price. I would not spend more than like at least like, for example, like a newer device like an iPad Pro 2 on iOS 10. I would not spend more than $200 on that thing. And it depends on other stuff that you're searching too. And anything lower than that, I would not spend more than like $100-ish on. I would not spend that much money on it. But of course, if you have no budget and you're just insanely rich and have infinite money, you can probably spend as much as you want on these devices, but I would recommend setting yourself a budget when you're finding devices and stuff like that, because a good bit of these listings are pretty high and pretty not good. Like, I think I showed you a second ago when I was going through eBay scouting, someone sent a $250 6.0 iPad 3. That is not worth it at all. I've gotten one's for $15 and iOS 5.1.1. And when you see these really high listings, just think, if you wait a little bit longer and constantly check your saved searches, eventually you will find another one for way cheaper than that. So if you're very desperate for a device, yeah, you can feel free to buy something that's very expensive, but I would just recommend waiting. And other things that you need to take note of when you're searching for these devices, specifically about devices that will not activate. All of A8 and A8X do not activate whatsoever once they're on the setup screen. So if you're looking for iOS 8 or 9 on those things, which are the ones that don't activate, by the way, find ones that are on the open menu and have no passcode and they're already set up and everything. And also, for A5 and A6, make sure you try to check the IMEI numbers on those and make sure they don't start with 9900. And A9, make sure those are already activated, of course. And also, for iPad 3s, don't find ones with the 01 IMEIs, as those will also not activate. But yeah, anyway, that is how I eBay scout, find rare devices, and stuff like that. And now you guys can't complain that, how do you find all of these rare devices so frequently? You just gotta spend a ton of time on eBay. And that's about it, really. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like, subscribe with notifications on, sharing this to someone that would find this helpful and or interesting. Check out the hype feature which YouTube added recently, and just hype up the video if you can. That helps out the video and the channel. And check out my social media accounts and feel free to drop a follow. I have a TikTok, I have a Twitter, a Reddit, and a second YouTube channel. And yeah, this has been Derek from Certified Legacy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
What we do here is go back.